I'm Melissa.
And I'm Mike.
Welcome back to the A&M podcast. A&M podcast.
Right. Also, your name is Alyssa, not Melissa. All of the transcript things that I see for this, they always, for some reason, show you saying, I'm Melissa.
You know what? That's something that I've actually had to deal with a lot of my life. When I've said I'm Alyssa, and I always have to deal with the other person being like teachers, bosses. Melissa? No, Alyssa. I am Alyssa.
Yeah, a lot of people have mistaken my name for Ike.
That's weird.
No, that's never happened.
That's a lot less popular.
I just made that up.
Oh, yeah, you were just trying to feel included on that.
Actually, I feel like
You're
the
one of those
opposite would
people that's
happen.
trying to like one up me, like, oh yeah, well I have.
No, I feel like the opposite would happen if my name was Ike and I said, and I'm Ike. They would think I was saying I'm Mike.
And I'm Mike. Yeah, you could say that. And I'm Mike.
So
Yeah, well, I usually
the
just go.
transcripts
You know
for
what
this
the
will
thing
be
is?
all screwed up.
The funny thing is that also though I'm not confrontational. I've never been like not even, I guess it's not even confrontation. I just haven't cared enough that whenever somebody mispronounces my name or whatever, I've never cared enough to be like, actually, it's Alyssa.
So
I've
have you
never
had
cared
people
enough.
that just continued to call you Melissa for like the whole time you know? Like, are there people to this day that
I
still
think it
call
depends.
you
No,
Melissa?
not that call me Melissa, but I've gotten like where they just mispronounce my name, like Elisa, Alicia,
Oh, okay, yeah.
you know, and I'm just like, yeah, whatever. I guess I'm Alicia. Like,
That's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
everyone who really knows me that I see on a daily basis finds out that I'm Alyssa.
Yeah.
I'm Alyssa.
I'm
also, I have a sick,
Alyssa.
I have more of a sick voice now, so I feel like that it like,
Could be worse.
yeah, it makes it worse.
Yeah.
It makes my gap, my space even less spacier. Take that,
So
Josh. Whatever numbers.
Yeah.
Take
One
that
eight
word.
62578.
Oh, that's so funny.
So,
I gotta stop hanging on to it.
So what's our topic today, Melissa?
So, okay. So today, I thought it would be fun to get your perspective on this because I already know my answer. I saw this thing on Instagram, and it says you get to have unlimited access to one of these for life. Unlimited access. What would you pick? You can only choose one. And it's flights, concert ticket, hotel, I guess it's spa visits, movie tickets, movies, or I believe sports games. Which one would you choose?
So that's kind of a tough one. Only because, like, I would say flights, because, flights are expensive.
Yeah.
But, like, most of the travel that I do on airplanes is for work. So it's like,
True.
Does that make sense? Hotels, kind of the same thing. But then again, the flip side of that is if I had unlimited airfare or hotels, I'd probably travel more.
Yeah.
For personal travel.
I agree.
Concert tickets, I'd like to go to maybe more concerts. I wish I'd gone to more concerts in my life. That might be a topic for another podcast.
Oh yeah.
But I don't go to a lot of concerts. So again, that really wouldn't, especially at this point in my life, that wouldn't be that. Sporting
I was
events,
gonna say unless
maybe.
you're trying to like,
Yeah,
you
switch
haven't
it
gone to
up.
concerts because you haven't had unlimited ones before.
Right. True. Although a lot of it, like some of the people that
That
I,
you'd wanna go
would
see.
like to see aren't performing anymore. So,
True.
sporting events, maybe. Spa days, I'm gonna take a hard pass on that.
Because you're already so mellow.
Yeah, that's right. I don't need to relax any more than I already do. I think sporting events might honestly be it. But here's the deal.
Sporting
was
events is your
unlimited-
answer?
I think so. But here's the problem with it. The teams I would want to go see would all require would require air travel to get there.
And it may
So
be a hotel stay.
and probably also a hotel stay, right? Because like it's not, we live in Orlando. It wouldn't be like going to see the Magic or the
Although that would be cool too.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, they're just not my teams. It's fine. Like right now we're in the playoffs and they're playing the
Yeah.
Celtics, so I'm rooting hard for the Go Magic. But although they already lost the first game, so that kind of stinks. But yeah, I think that would be it. Yeah, spa day definitely no. Have we ever talked? I know we haven't talked on here, but have we ever talked about the spa day that we got to do the last time we went to Punta Cana?
I don't think so.
So you know this, but I'm just saying it for anybody listening. We went to a resort in Punta Cana in the Dominican Republic. We went there, I think, 3 times. I think it was our third time there. And
Hmm.
before we went the third time, there had been some incident there where a woman was supposedly attacked by someone,
Oh yeah, I
and
remember that
so
story.
yeah, and the so a bunch of people who were going to that resort, and it was at our specific resort. It wasn't even just
Mhm.
in Punta Cana. It was at the resort we went to. A bunch of people who were
Mhm.
going to that resort, I guess, canceled their reservations. We didn't because we never felt unsafe there, like not even a little bit unsafe there when you were in the resort. So
Yeah.
we kept our reservation, and as a reward for keeping our reservation, they upgraded our room. We had I think we had reserved a poolside room. We got a room that was both poolside and beachfront, so we were looking out at the ocean. It was great.
Oh yeah, I
And
remember the
then
pool.
yeah, and then as a secondary reward, they gave us a spa day. And we were like, "Oh, this is going to be nice," well, this spa day was the it was an interesting experience. Let's just put it that way, because it was like they were alternating you in and out of like hot rooms and cool areas. Like, we were in a sauna for a while, then we were in a hot shower for a while, then we were in some other kind of room that was
A
really
hot
hot for a
shower
while.
sounds
Yeah, yeah, it was
what am I supposed
interesting.
to do in here?
Yeah, I mean, no, it was just like steam showers and that kind of thing.
Did you
And
get a
then
massage?
I don't know, that wasn't part of it. And then the
See,
very
I would have really
last
liked
thing,
that.
it was like, but some of it was like you're laying on, the hot rocks and that kind of thing. Or I don't think we were laying. I think it was like a seat that was made of the hot rocks. So that
Uh,
was good for your muscles. And then the very last thing, well, no, the second to last thing you do is you did a cold plunge. And this was before cold plunges were a thing. So, uh,
I would hate that.
and that was after coming out of one of the hot boxes. So the water felt even colder.
That cold water
And
touches my lower back. I'm stopping. I'm gonna stop breathing.
oh no, you can't let it get to that point. You just go in. You just
I
have
can't
to go
help
in all
it.
at once. Yeah, no.
Can't help it.
And then the last thing was just like kind of like a hot tub. It was like a big hot tub that we were just able to go in and sit, and it had jets, and we were just able to go sit there and chill for like a while.
That would be nice.
But yeah, that was that was such an interesting because I'd say it wasn't what any of us were expecting. It was just a very different experience to than any of us were expecting. But it was free,
You know
so
what I always think is awkward is like when a place has a like a hot tub, like it'll be a hotel or something, and they have a hot tub, and because they have the pool, and then they have like a hot tub or a couple hot tubs, whatever, and you'll be sitting, you'll go in there, like you and the person that you're with, you'll go in there like, oh yeah, let's have a little hot tub moment, like let's go relax in the hot tub, and then like another stranger couple like comes up and like sits in the hot tub with you.
oh
I don't
yeah,
know why. I just think that that's so
it's
awkward
it's
because now
uncomfortable. Yeah.
like I'm forced to. I don't want to completely ignore you, but I'm just trying to like relax here, just the two of us. Now this somehow turned into like a random stranger. Like if it was
Yeah.
me and I saw somebody already in the hot tub, I probably, maybe it's just because of the kind of person that I am, I would be like, we'll go back later.
Yeah, yeah.
Like it's
Maybe
one
there's
thing to be in
another
a big
hot tub we
pool.
can sit in.
Yeah, but like a hot tub is so much smaller and like intimate
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
it's such a
yeah.
small space. Like I feel like I might as well just be in the bathtub with you.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, that's the thing. Hot tub does give off. Like it's one thing if it's a friend of yours, if
Yeah,
you're
like a
like
group of
friends
people
and
you
people
know.
then it's
Yeah, then
not,
it's fine.
not weird.
It's
But
not
if it's
bathtub
like
vibes.
random stranger that you don't know, yeah, suddenly it's like, why are you in my bathtub?
What are you doing here? Who said you could sit
Yeah.
there?
Like
Like, who
I'm
told you
sorry,
could join us?
I'm in this hot tub, go find your own.
Yeah. We'll be out in like, give us like 15,
Like,
20 minutes. We'll be
yeah, I
out of
think the
here.
timer
Like,
has 20 minutes on it, and then you can come after that. Yeah,
oh, that's
that is
funny.
true. Yeah, there was another thing that was kind of interesting that happened at that same stay too. It was like right when we got to the resort. I think we were walking back to our room, and the part of the resort we stayed in, they had like a concierge. They called them your butler, but it was basically the concierge for your room. And if you needed anything, that was the person you went to. So he's walking
Yeah.
us back to our room to show us where our rooms were. And mind you, this was not a like. This was, it's in Punta Cana. I don't think, maybe there are topless beaches there. I don't know. This was definitely not a topless resort.
I was gonna say, I feel like those countries in general are more like freeing.
Yeah, maybe. But this resort like wasn't like that. But as we're walking back, there's like just some random woman by the pool talking to her concierge, and she's topless. And we're like, what's going on here? And yeah, so
Concierge
at
is
some
fighting
point,
for his life.
yeah, right. So at some point, something must have been said to the woman because she stopped doing that. But I thought that
They
was
said,
like,
"Hey, this isn't one of those kind
hey,
of places."
I don't know if you know this, but it's not clothing optional here. Well, because we were on the part
That's
of the
funny.
resort that was like, that was adults only, that was no kids. So maybe she misunderstood what adults only meant. Um,
The
it's not
confidence,
that kind
though.
of adults only.
I feel like the confidence, like if you're on one of those like places where like you said, like where everybody is like that,
Yeah,
that's one thing. But you're
yeah,
at
yeah,
this resort where clearly like
yeah,
nobody else all the other women here have their tops on, have some form of
yeah,
top on.
yeah,
The confidence it has to like that has to be in you to just I mean or like she's just from I always think like maybe foreign where that stuff is more like just normal, like men in speedos.
that
Like
might have
more
been.
often like, you see foreign men in speedos. Definitely not
Yeah,
the body for it,
yeah, yeah.
but that's just their
That would
bathing
always be
suit.
fun when you're at
Typhoon Lagoon.
like Typhoon Lagoon, and there'd be some European people there who, yeah, I've never understood the male speedo thing, but I've also never been fit enough that I would want to wear the male speedo thing. And I feel like even if I was fit enough, I still wouldn't go around wearing that because it's like, you know,
They're
it's
looking
like
at
you're
you
outside in
guys.
your tighty whities. Nobody
they're
wants that.
looking
Nobody
they're
wants that.
looking at all of you guys in your swim trunks like,
Yeah,
does he not have a
like
bathing suit?
yeah, like why is he wearing full on shorts? What's
Yeah,
going on
you're
here?
like, you don't
Yeah.
have a bathing suit? Like, that's weird.
Yeah, which
There was this.
it is kind of funny if you think about it because like the men's speedo, like swimsuit is basically like the bottoms to a women's swimsuit.
Yeah.
So why is
Yeah.
it like when a woman wears that, nobody looks at it like look at what she's wearing, but like here, especially if a guy's wearing that, people are like, whoa, what are you doing?
There was this guy I saw, or he was talking on TikTok, and he was like, I have a question for the ladies, which, you always know that that's just going to be, who knows where
Yeah,
that direction is going to go.
yeah, that could
And,
go a lot of ways.
and he's like, what does it feel like to wear a bikini? And it was funny because even people in the comments, they were like, John, you can wear a bikini if you want to. And but he was just like, I just want to know like how it actually feels because he's like, when I'm out at the pool or the beach, I'm just in some trunks, some shorts.
Right.
But you women, like, essentially you're just in your underwear, like, you guys are really exposed. Like, that doesn't feel weird to you.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
until that moment, it was like, wow, I guess he's kind of right. But like, I I guess you just don't think about it. It's one of those situations of like,
Yeah,
well,
I
yeah,
think
but this
it's
is my bathing suit.
yeah, it's
It's
not the same.
different.
Yeah, it's probably the same thing with again the European men in those. It's like
This is
no,
my
this is
bathing
my
suit.
swimsuit. What?
Like, what else am I
And I
gonna
mean
wear in the water?
the like the competitive swimmers like in the Olympics and that wear those too.
Well,
Nobody's
yeah, but they
wearing
do
like
it.
you know pair of like Bermuda shorts in the swimming competitions in the Olympics. That would be funny. I feel like that would add some drag.
Just like,
But they
stop, I'm shy.
yeah.
I'm shy, I'm wearing my shorts. If it holds
Yeah,
me back, it holds me back.
I would like to know that though from like the European or other countries that wear like those type of swimsuits, like what their stand is on. It's just what they grow up with, so they're used to it, that kind of thing.
Yeah,
Also,
I mean,
because they do have, I take it anyway from what I read, they do have a lot more. I feel like anyway, they have more like nude beaches over there anyway. So that's probably being conservative, wearing the Speedo swimsuit.
yeah. Um,
So
well,
on those questions, you didn't, yeah, you didn't say what yours would be.
so my answer, sorry by the way ahead of time, y'all, if I keep sniffling in the microphone. Not only can I not hear myself to hear if I'm even sniffling, I know it sounds awful and disgusting probably. So please,
Just
disclaimer.
don't do one of the, don't clear your throat like of all the yeah. Don't do that. Don't do any of that. Now I got to edit that one out because you did that one. But don't do any more of those.
Okay, so anyways, my answer is drum roll. That's what we should get, a drum roll
I know, right? That's on
sound
the other
effect.
board. I could do that sound effect.
Um so my answer is unlimited hotels. And hear me out. We live in Florida, so I got a lot of places to vacation that I don't need a flight for. I would rather drive 4 hours to Miami, stay at, because it's unlimited hotels for my life. So it doesn't specify. I can stay at whatever hotel I want for however long I want. That's a
I
pretty big
think,
deal. That's pretty expensive.
yeah.
I could find a flight deal. I could find a deal on sports tickets, movie tickets, whatever, spa things, a Groupon for it. I could find deals on those. But no matter what kind of deal you find on a hotel, you're still, if you stay like 3 days, you're still going to be paying a pretty decent amount.
Right.
So I would rather drive the 4 hours to get to Miami, the 7 hours it gets to Key West, the 2 hours it gets to Tampa, however many hours to go to like Destin up at the Panhandle, and be able to stay there as long as I want in the nicest hotel there.
Yeah.
Or worst thing is, like, worst case scenario, I have to save a little bit of money for a plane ticket, and wherever I go, I get to stay
Yeah.
for free, which usually the place that you end up staying is, at least in my experience, like the more expensive bulk.
Yeah. That's true. The hotel stay is usually more expensive than the airfare. And yeah, that's actually thinking of it that way because I'm also thinking how like we live near Disney. We'll occasionally
Yeah.
do those those days where you go to or those weekends where it's like, hey, let's go stay at a Disney resort for a couple days, or let's
Yeah.
go stay by Universal for a couple days. So yeah,
I want to go to the
you're right.
beach
That would
next
be the more
weekend.
useful one.
I want to go to the beach next weekend.
Can I
Hey, you know
change my
what?
answer?
Hey, you know what? Actually, let's go to the beach next weekend, and I get unlimited hotel stays for my life. So
Right?
let's stay at the beach Friday and
Yeah.
Saturday night for free. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
Alyssa. I'm Alyssa Faust.
Oh,
We
you
don't have a
just gave out
Melissa
your
in the system.
you just gave out your last name on the podcast.
Yours says, I don't know if it
I
shows
know,
up.
I know. On the screen it does. I don't. It's not a secret. If they can see the tattoo, they know it's not a secret. So it's
I
okay.
didn't put my last name, but honestly, I don't remember even typing my first name. So,
Yeah, I don't. You know what's funny? I don't remember. Well, I probably had to when I signed up on the app we use. By the way, we're doing the social distancing version, and it's not because Alyssa's sick.
It's not. It's just
It's
because I
just
was
because it's more
I was
convenient right now.
yeah. Sometimes I get
So
lazy, you guys, and I don't want to leave, and um, I just like being
yeah,
here in my little corner.
yeah, yeah.
And then
And
I
it works.
record, and then we're fine.
Yeah,
I just get to chit chat with you for
and
like 40 minutes.
right. And the good news is we figured out our audio issue, so no more echoey mic, which is echoey mic, not the mic, but the mic. And and so that's a good thing. Actually, the beginning of this episode, there's probably a little bit of echo, but we cleared it up while we were in process, so no more of that. So, and I apologize again for that because I know that, especially the one episode, it wasn't until we posted it and I heard, like,
Yeah.
after I posted it, I heard how bad it was because just like some inside baseball on this, like usually we'll record these episodes and I'll do some editing just to for the actual version that gets uploaded. We add some titling, we add our theme song, um, and then I'll upload it, and then usually the day it gets released for quality control purposes, I'll play it and make sure that it made it up okay. And that's unfortunately when I found out that we had the echo issue, the really bad echo issue on that one. So yeah,
Yeah, you also
no
are
more
quality
bad
control.
echo. I am, and what else? Producer, and studio editing. Yeah, all of the above. And you're pretty much a content creator, so there we are.
And I'm not that good at it because I got,
Oh,
too many posts.
I don't know.
But yeah, that's my answer.
Yeah, I
Because
think
like
no, I think that's
there's
good.
nothing I love a nice hotel. I don't know about
Oh
you.
yeah,
I love a nice hotel room. I love just a nice hotel in general, but
hmm
like a nice hotel room with like I don't know what kinds that they have you up in when you go on like your trips if they set you up in nice ones.
yeah,
But that when I'm choosing a hotel room, I always look at the bed. Like if it has that fluffy white comforter on it,
yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm sold.
So so
The duvet.
the hotel that I was just at in Austin, and should I give out the name? I can give
Go
out the
for it. You're
name,
not
right?
there anymore. Yeah.
I'm not there anymore. Well, I'm not. And I'm not going to say anything bad about it either. It was called the Line, and
So
I
if
guess
you want to
they
let
have.
me stay at it for
Right.
free,
Exactly. It was called The Line, and I think they have one in Washington, Austin, and somewhere else. I forget, but look it up if you want to
yeah.
stay there. It was really nice. Our rooms, the rooms that we had a like when you went in, it had like a little seating area, like with an L-shaped sectional and a TV there. And then behind that was the bathroom, and across from the bathroom was like the mini bar, and then the bedroom king bed was behind that, and it had a desk. I think it had a desk and like the TV back, or I think no, it had like a table, like a small table with two chairs,
Yeah.
and a TV there too. So it was really nice room. Bathroom was nice, modern, all of that. Really nice
The nice
hotel.
lighting. Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. It was great. And one thing I like with like hotels now too is almost everyone you go to by the bed they've got USB,
Oh yeah.
plugs to charge your stuff at, which is great because, you know, as long as I remember the actual charge plugs, then I don't have to worry about did I bring enough of the USB bricks. Like that's such a time saver. Um, but there was one we
Yeah, and
stayed
even
at
even if
previous.
you forget it, go ahead.
No, no, no. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, and even if you forget your cord, if you go and buy one at the gas station, they don't exactly give you the block to actually plug into the wall. They just sell
Yeah.
you the cord.
Yeah, also true. Yeah, I feel like the thing is a lot of places now too sell them that like when you buy devices, they don't even come with the brick. I don't think iPhones come with the brick
They
anymore. I think they
don't.
just come with the cord. So, and part of that I get it because so many like we have outlets in the house that like we have probably four outlets in the house right now that have the USB option built into them. So it's becoming so much more common to have that.
I just buy a
Um,
whole bulk pack on Amazon.
Yeah. I see. I now my one charger for the computer or for
Uh-huh.
my iPad has three. It has two USB-A and one USB-C on it, and that's
Mhm.
also great because then
Yeah.
when I have that, I take that on trips because if I don't have like the bedside thing that has the plugs in it, I've
Mhm.
got that and I can plug three devices in and charge them all at the same time, which is a big time saver.
Yeah.
But the one hotel that we stayed at, I think this was in LA. And I don't remember the name of this one, so I can't even say, well, I'll mention the name of this one.
Mhm.
Um, it was it was a very unusual hotel. It looked like it was kind of themed to be like maybe a 1970s look to it, or it just hadn't been updated since the 1970s, but it seemed like it was updated.
Creepy if it hasn't been.
Yeah, yeah, no, I don't think that was it. I think they were going after kind of a 1970s theme. But the bed was like basically a mattress on a little like pedestal on the floor, like maybe a I don't even think it was a 1 foot tall pedestal on the floor, like a platform basically that was built on the floor. So it was a
Mhm.
platform covered with the same carpet that was on the floor. Then your mattress was on that. It was fine, which is fine, you know. But every time I'd get out of bed during the night, going back to bed, I would trip over that because I would forget it was there. So that was weird. Or that was difficult. But the weird thing about it was the way that the bathroom was configured because basically like you had the bed and then in the middle of the room there was a tub there, like a big, it wasn't like a freestanding tub, it was like a big square,
Like
like
garden
built up
tub.
tub, like a garden tub, right? That had the shower too, but it was in the middle of the room, so it had a shower curtain that had to go all the way around. Yeah. And it also faced the windows. So if you're standing there showering and you don't pull that curtain around, everybody in the area seeing you. And then the rest of the bathroom on the other side was like, it went basically the length of the room, like a long hallway to down to where like the toilet was, the
Mhm.
little separate room with the toilet. Very, very strange room. Like just the whole layout of it was so strange, was so odd. And the other funny hotel room story is when this wasn't business travel, but this was when we were in Italy
Yeah.
and we went down to Venice to stay. If you're in Venice, like you have to, to get to like Venice itself, you have to take a boat over. So we took a train down, we got on a boat to go over to where the hotel was. And then you're going from where you get off the boat to like your hotel, you end
Mhm.
up having to go over like a bunch of bridges that have steps. There's like steps up, steps down. So
Yeah.
we're carrying all of our luggage from the 10-day cruise and we get to this hotel and like I don't know if there are more like modern hotels in Venice or if they're just all like older because everything there is a little old.
I was gonna say, I
But
think they try to preserve like as much of like they actually make fun of America for like not like we have much to preserve anyways, but they
yeah.
make fun of America for the fact that we'll just knock anything down. Like
Oh yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
care if it's old. It was built 200 years ago. We're knocking it down and we're putting apartments there.
Yeah.
Modern apartments with
Yeah.
vinyl flooring and white cabinets.
That's right. And quartz countertops.
And
Um
quartz countertops. I'm knocking the $100,
the
100-year-old
hundred.
building down for it. I don't
Yeah.
care.
Because
Go to the courthouse if you want to
the
step in an old
electricity in
building.
that building, wasn't up to code. Sorry. Um
Yeah,
but
exactly.
so we get to, and the other thing with Venice is a lot of the buildings there, because of the whole water situation,
Oh
a lot of the
yeah.
buildings there, the first floor is unusable. And so we get to the hotel and we after we've been dragging all our luggage through all of Venice over every bridge that there was, and you get to the door, we open the door, and in front of us is a flight of about 13 stairs that we had to
Oh
go up
no.
just to get to the lobby.
You're like, excuse me, where's your elevator?
Yeah, no elevator. No elevator. Yeah, we really did hope there was an elevator. So then we get there, and I think we were two more floors up. We had to go. Same thing. We had to carry up flights of stairs.
Oh my
and
goodness.
and then the room was like it was a very old style room, very old style room. So that
Ugh,
was
that
that
would
was
make me
interesting.
real
It
sad.
definitely wasn't the kind of hotel that you're talking about. That the plush, nice, modern.
Duvet comforter, nice
Yeah,
pillows.
no USB plugs on the sides of the bed. Definitely not in that
I
one.
stayed in a hotel in Orlando before, and I really liked it because, it was the Caribe Royale. It's one of my
Okay.
favorite hotels because it's just so beautiful,
Hmm.
and like even the gym that they have on site, super super nice. Like I'm always really impressed when a hotel has an actual nice gym with more than just
Hmm.
like two treadmills, and you know what I mean? It was like
Yep.
a two-story gym, so many
Oh
different
wow.
weights. Like you could really get a full workout in that gym. And the room, it's kind of like how you were saying, where you walk in and it's almost like a little living room
Hmm.
setup, like a little L-shaped couch. I think a TV. If it didn't have a TV, it might have had a TV. If it didn't have a TV, either way, like just a living room setup. And I think
Right.
the couch pulled out into a bed as well, so like you could even
Yeah.
have
The
an
kid
extra
the kids
person.
could stay there. Right.
Yeah, but it's
Yeah.
not like you're right in the same room that we're in, right next to us on the little pull-out
Right.
hospital couch.
Right.
And then you walk in and it's a little living room area. They even had like a big huge mirror with like the lights around it. So nice. And then
Yeah.
you walk down the hallway and that's where they had like on one side this little sink and vanity setup, and then on the other side it was the bathroom. And then you walk a little further and there's like a little closet space, and then it's the bedroom area.
Oh wow. So that one sounds nice. We stayed. Another
Mhm.
one that I liked, local one, is the Cabana Bay. That's one of like the
Uh-huh.
newer Universal area hotels, and that
Yeah.
that one that one was nice. That one was, again, it was like kind of 1970s themed, like even to the point where um the shampoo and that they had in the
Oh
room for
yeah.
you were like brands that were popular in that era, and
That's
that, and
funny.
just the whole theming of it was that way. But it was, when we stayed, it was also very new, so the room like felt brand new and all that,
Yeah.
which is nice. I mean, we're lucky, like locally, for those kind of things, because we've got like just some of the best,
Yeah.
the best in the world,
Just in
as far as
Orlando.
the hotel brands and that. Yeah, yeah,
Uh-huh.
yeah.
Like
Just
you
like
really
right around
could,
here.
yeah, you really could like make a whole staycation out of it. Caribe was nice too cuz like, you know, it's one of those rooms where if we wanted to, like if I'm staying there and we wanted to make it like, "Oh, hey guys, why don't you we're here for the weekend. Why don't y'all come over and hang out at the pool with us or whatever?" If like, you know, we go back to the room with everybody to hang out, there's a space for it. Like I remember
Right.
it wasn't too long ago, Adrian's aunt was in town and we were checking out her hotel. And then after we went back up to her room because her balcony was so nice, it looked over the pool, like beautiful. So we went back up there to hang out before we headed home. And it's like that situation, like she had two queen beds in there. So there's always just like one chair, and then all of us are just kind of like, the rest of
Yeah.
us are just sitting on like the corner of her bed, and you're like,
Yeah. Yeah. This is
I'm
weird.
standing around at first. She's like, sit down. I'm like,
Yeah.
I just feel weird, like just hopping
Yeah.
on your bed, like,
Yeah.
but okay,
Yeah.
I'll sit here. But
Yeah.
at least
Yeah.
if you have a
They should
hotel
make
like
it one of
that,
those. They should make at least one, especially when it's like the two queens. They should make one of them
yeah.
like a day bed, so that you don't feel weird sitting on it.
Yeah. Like, okay, well, which one are you sleeping on tonight? And I'll sit on the
Yeah.
opposite one.
Yeah. I don't want to make
Because,
your comforter warm because I
yeah.
sat here.
I don't
Like,
like people with
why are
outside
my
clothes on
feet
my bed,
sweating?
but
Yeah, that too, right?
because I'm
Yeah.
also somebody, I don't know about you, but like when you are staying somewhere, like at a hotel or something, do you utilize room service and like them coming in and cleaning up your room for you?
Oh, I mean, yeah. If like, because some hotels, they'll only do it like the first day and then after you leave. Like they'll do it before you come and after you leave. But most of the ones I've stayed at recently, they do it every day. And yeah, I let them come in and
What?
do the bed and all that. Yeah, why not?
I don't want y'all coming in my room. Nope. I can
Yeah,
make my own bed.
I
I'll
mean,
freshen up my own sheets. Like, no, I don't want you
yeah,
to
but
come in my room.
I like getting the clean towels and all of that. I like
You
that.
know what? Maybe it
I like
depends
them
how long I'm
restocking the
there.
mini fridge for me in case I've,
True.
partaken in. I never partake in the mini fridge, but if I did, I would want that. But I want my coffee, machine re refilled. The last one I was at too. That the line,
Yeah.
the machine they had was it was like an espresso. It was like the
Oh,
other
yeah.
Nespresso, the one that's the smaller pods, but it was like an espresso. So that was kind of a lot of them now have like Keurigs in them instead
Oh,
of
yeah,
like the
yeah.
little coffee packs. They'll just have Keurigs in them, which is nice too.
That's nice
So
too, in case you get there, like, ahead of time. Smuggle a few of your
right,
favorite K cups in your bag.
right, right, exactly. So
um, yeah, I like at the apartment here in the clubhouse, they have like one of those nice big coffee machines that you can go
mm,
to, and I think they have like hot cocoa,
oh, that's
they have
cool.
cappuccinos, they have chocolate cappuccino,
Oh
lattes,
wow,
the
wow,
choc
all of this.
I always do, because then they have like little creamers and stuff. And I always do. Remember that Starbucks coffee that I always used to get, the salted caramel
Hmm.
mocha?
Yep.
So what I do is I do the mocha cappuccino, and then I take like one or two hazelnut creamers, and I put them in that coffee. Almost identical. If I had a sprinkle of sea salt,
Wow.
it would be spot on. It's so
Wow. How
good,
about
and it's
that?
free. I could sit in there and use their Wi-Fi and just. There was a lady in there before, and she's like, yeah. I don't know if her Wi-Fi got turned off or her electricity. I think it was just her Wi-Fi, and
Yeah.
she was like, the Wi-Fi got turned off, so just using the Wi-Fi here to apply for some jobs.
Oh,
We're
geez.
like, oh, geez, sounds like we walked into something we didn't want to walk into. Like,
Yeah. Yeah. Oh,
oh, we just
well,
came
I'm
here to
just
get
gonna get
coffee.
my coffee and go back to my my apartment where my Wi-Fi isn't shut off.
Like when you ask, I'm very like empathetic, but there's
Yeah.
also
Yeah.
those moments of like when someone
It becomes
overshares too
awkward.
much, and you're
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
like the other day, I ordered from Target.
I
Did I
think
tell you this story? I know I
I
told
don't know.
Heather. No, 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 I didn't tell you. So I ordered my Target delivery, and my
Oh.
girl was like, when she so super super nice, like literally so nice. And when she dropped it off, she was like, "Thank you, happy Easter, have a blessed day, or be safe, or whatever she said to me." I was like, "Thanks, happy Easter, drive safe." Obviously, she has a job where she's driving. I'm gonna say drive safe. She responds back this long message. I was like, she's trying to tug at my heartstrings. It was this long message about, thank you. I got into a really bad accident this many months ago. It totaled my car. It was a 3-car accident. The one lit on fire. And then she like this whole long message. I'm still recovering. My knee is really bad. And then proceeds to send me like 4 photos of the accident
How did, I mean,
through
was
the
this like
app.
through the app? That's odd that
Because
they would let them do that in the
you can
app.
do that, because if she's in the grocery store,
Right,
she can send me like photos
right. But
like,
I would think after the delivery has been completed that ability would go away. It just seems like odd that they would allow that because you feel like it could get them into trouble if somebody's like say
oh yeah.
sending inappropriate things to somebody after they've dropped their delivery off, that kind of thing.
She just used it to overshare and then sent me 4 photos of her accident. I was like,
Yeah,
oh my goodness, like
yeah,
I'm trying to bring my groceries inside and I'm looking at like photos from your bad car accident. Like, this is
yeah.
really crazy.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Oh my
and
gosh.
I
Well,
think the
sorry
thing
about
is,
that. Like,
yeah, I think the thing of being like an empathetic person though is that you do like really feel for somebody, and I have both because I have the empathy gene, but I also have the suspicion gene, and today I think that always overrules me. Like where you want to feel
uh-huh.
sorry for somebody, you like I've heard of so many people scamming people that I just don't trust
Yeah.
anyone. And it's
Mm-hmm.
sad that that's society today, but that's the reality of it.
I agree.
Yeah.
So yeah,
So
on that heavy note,
yeah, right. We
tune
ended
into
on a
Game
heavy
Time
note.
on Thursday.
Yeah. And also I think I'll probably put a poll on this for like which option anybody else would choose. I changed my vote to Alyssa's, so
To hotel.
we
But
100% say hotel.
if you stay with, not to like sway your answer again, because I already did it the first time, but sports games, you also get access to the Super Bowl and like those big games too.
Yeah,
So
true,
if
but
I choose
you're
hotel,
gonna
I'll
pay
choose
up.
hotel, and then you can share your tickets with me.
There's the hack. We just found the hack. That's
And
the
then we
hack
need to
right
get
there.
someone else on board to choose plane, and then
Right, right. And they get us the free ticket.
trifecta.
This. I think we figured it out. We just figured it out. So, all right, check out Game Time coming up Thursday.
Bye, everyone.